the strong password checker. So the first thing we will do now is to add the HTML. So we can type here HTML5 and let's connect to the CSS. Okay, and then after this part, what we will do, we will add a container that we will contain the content. And here we will add a div with class of header. And of course, you know what background color I chose? The dark blue. And here we can make for the password checker. Does it work? Yes, it works. And then after this part, we will make a form. And the action will be the same page. And then we will make input with a type of password. And then we will make on key up. On key up means when I click on the input. So when I click on the input, I want the function of run to happen. And then we can add a placeholder, enter a password. Okay, so here, okay, it's working good. Would give here the green background or the green border. It's from the CSS, it's not from the JavaScript. Okay, and after this part we will add pen and give it a class of show and show. Okay, and right here we will add a div with a message. And that's good. And after this div with a message, we can add some script. But I prefer to do that in the next video. Now we are done from the HTML. In the next video, we will add for the JavaScript. Good luck and see you in the next video. Okay, and now let's add the script for our project. The first thing we will do is to go here and make script. Inside the script, the first thing we need to specify is the constants. The first one will be for the input equal to document dot query selector. We can delete this one. Query selector and the input. And the second one will be for the message. We can just copy this one and paste it twice. This one for the message, we can copy it, dot message. And this one will be for the show. Show will change the type of the input from the password to text when I click on it. Okay, that's good. And then after this part, what we can do, we can add some JavaScript code again. So let's add here this, which is the end of the line. Let's add some space. Okay, so we will get this from here and I'll tell you what this means. Okay, let weak password. This will indicate the weak password, and this here means I got an array from A to Z. This is a constant variables in case if I want to check the password. So here is an array from A to Z. So if my password just contains alphabets, it will be considered as weak password. And here, this indicates the numbers. So if my password contains a number, it will be considered as medium password. And for this one, if my password contains any symbol, it will be considered as a strong password. Okay, and right here what we can do is to add more JavaScript code. We will add a function of the run. Okay, and now let's move to the main purpose of this project. The main purpose of this project is to learn how we can add if, else if, and more with the advanced way. So in this project we will focus on using the if condition in advanced way. We can make as first if the input dot value is not empty. So I want something to happen. Okay, and then I want the message dot text content to be equal to your password is weak. So let's reload the page and see what we've got when I type anything. Yeah, your password is weak and it works fine. Okay, and after this part we need to add more. Let's add for the show. We need to change the style of the show. It hasn't saved as the display of none. We need to make it here with display of plug. So we can make here show dot display show dot style dot display. That's how we can change the CSS in the JavaScript. The thing that we want to change, and then the style that I want something to happen in the style. I want to change something in the style. What do you want to change? I want to change the display, and of course I can change the border color, the background color, and all of that. But in our case we want to change the display. I want to make it to plug. So let's take it out. Okay, we got the show here just because we don't focus on the responsive design, but when we make it larger, it's good. Okay, now it's not empty, but we need to make another case right here, but we don't really need else if right here. We can make if the input. So here we got and, so we will make and. If the input dot value dot length is smaller than or equal 3, and the input dot value dot match the weak password. Okay, we need to understand what's going on here. So here, input the value, we don't have any problem with these two, but match weak password. Match weak password that it has anything that's inside the weak password, which is the alphabets. So here we got from A to Z. Match is I'm matching it with anything inside this array. And then after this part, we will make or. So let's make for the or. So they are all inside one bracket, okay? This condition with the or is inside one bracket. Input dot value dot match for the medium password. We will make it for the medium password. And the last one for match for the strong input dot value dot match, and this one will be for the strong password. Okay, we want to understand what's going on here. Then there's two conditions. There's two conditions for the and. This is considered as one condition. We can put it in one bracket for itself, and the rest is considered as a condition. We just need to up the bracket to avoid getting error. Okay, this is the first condition, and that's all the second condition. Okay, so the first condition contains if the length is smaller than or equal 3, and the second condition contains if it matches anything inside the weak password, or matches anything inside the medium password, or matches anything inside the strong password. I want something to happen if both cases are true. So what do you want to happen? What I want to happen is give the message dot text content to be changed, and I want to change it with your password is too weak. Your password is too weak. So we don't need this anymore. Let's take it out. Let's delete and type anything. Yeah, your password is too weak. And then after this part, we will make else if. So, and here for the else if, let's open the bracket to avoid making mistakes or getting some errors. My bad. Okay. So we need to type something inside here. What we want to type inside here is some conditions, of course. So let's make the first condition. The first condition, if the input dot value is of length is greater than or equal to 6. So this is the first condition, and then we will use the and the second condition will contain some or. So the first or is for the input dot value. So okay, the input dot value dot match, and then for the weak password. So if it contains weak password and, or we can make it, yeah, let's make it with and it also contains something from the medium. So here we can open the bracket. We can open the bracket here. We can make this all together right here. Okay, like that and like that. Okay, and here we can copy this one and make it for the medium. Okay, so this is the first case, and inside the second case there is this one. And then after this part we will make an or. So let's make an or here after this medium. So here it's for this bracket. No, this one. This one, what? Yes. So here we will make an or. So let's make our or right here. I just want to make sure we did it right. So this one is for this one. Yes, I believe. And let's make them all, the second condition to be all inside one bracket. So let's make it from here. Okay, or the input, let's make it here, this condition to be all inside one bracket. Input dot value. We don't need the length here. What we need to do here is match the medium. Match medium password. Okay, this is for this one. And it also contains something from the strong. Input dot value dot match something from the strong password. Okay, and after this part we will make another or. So this is all inside one. We can make another or right here. Or the, we can make this all inside one bracket also. Input dot value dot match will match something from the weak password. Weak password. Or we can copy this one now and make it for the strong password. Okay, and that's good. And then we need to make something inside here. It gives me a problem. What's the do we have a problem? Yes, tells me we got a problem. And now we don't have a problem. Okay, so now we will change the text content of the message. Message dot text content to be equal to your password is medium. So now let's add for the strong. We cannot add else if. Instead, we can add another if. Adding else if again will make a problem. So here, do not use else if many times. Use it just once, okay? So here we can get this condition, and we will just add the condition of, we can copy all of that, copy and paste. The condition that we will add is for the strong. So here we can make input dot value dot match for the strong password. So I want something to happen, right? Okay, so here what I want to happen, let's make this to be 8. Message content TP4, your password is strong. Let's see what we have on the screen right here when we go from the beginning. Okay, so here we can type anything. Your password is too weak. Let's try it at a number. Yeah, and now let's try it at a simple. Your password is strong. It's working fine. Okay, so now everything here is working good. We just need to set something right here, that when the input is empty, I want to make this to none again, and set this to none, so we don't have a message here when the input is 0 or empty. We got here the if condition. We can make else. So here we can copy this one as first and make it to none, and the message dot text content to be equal to none. So let's see what we got here. Let's try to make the screen larger. It's not responsive. Okay, so here we got nothing. Let's try to type anything. Your password is too weak, and then that's all alphabets. Let's try to type a number. So here we get a medium, and when we type here, your password is strong. Yeah, it's working fine. The last thing that we need to do is to make the show button work, but we will do that in the next video. So good luck and see you in the next video. Okay, and now the last thing we want to do for this project, which is changing the type of the input when I click on show. So this can be added if the input is not empty, because it has display of clock when the input is not empty. So it will be useful when the input is not empty. So here we can make show, and instead of adding add event listener, we can just make on click, and then we can make it equal to function. So when I click, I want a function to happen. This is equivalent to the add event listener, click, and the function. And then right here, if the input dot type is equal to password, then I want to hear the input dot type to be equal to text, and then show dot text content is equal to height, and also we will change its color. Show dot style dot color to be equal to, let's make it green, or let's make it red. I think red would be better. And here the else condition. Else, we can copy this one, paste it here, and then else the password type will be the type will be password, this will be show, and this will be blank. Okay, so let's check out what's going on here. Let's make the screen larger. Okay, when we type A, your password is weak, and when I click here, yes, and now it's working fine. Let's test it right now. Okay, when I type anything, your password is weak. but when I add a number, your password is medium. But now when I add a simple, your password is strong. Now we are done from the project of strong password checker.